Hi everybody, thanks for coming back to my channel, Lady of Huntingdon. Look at all of that stuff behind there. Do you have so much stuff that you've got nowhere to put it? I guess because we're still building, I hardly have any space at all. However, that's why things sit on my bench. That's okay. We don't worry about that. Am I the only one that's gone to actually videotape themselves whilst hanging on to their phone and have your finger over the actual camera thingy so you can't actually see yourself except one little bit? I just did that. I was talking to myself for a good 5 minutes or so. Well, I tried to leave it in so you could see yet another blooper because I have plenty of them, but I hadn't even pressed the play button. Well, I thought I had. I obviously, with my silly fingers, hadn't pressed it down far enough for it to click in to start recording. Anyhow, that's just me. A few things happening today. So we need to go to the vets. We're going to be making our, what do you call, rissoles. Because we changed up, if you remember from yesterday, our rissoles and our, what did we have for dinner last night, guys? You're with me when we made it. We had, what did we have? I'm gonna have to go look. I can't remember. That's how bad MS has got my brain at the moment. It's just mushing everything up and I have no idea what's what or where's where. Anyhow, we made something for dinner last night. I can't recall. Oh, fried rice. We made fried rice and the pork steaks. So we had to change those over. So today we're doing the rissoles because I had taken the mince out, yada, yada, yada. You were there, you know. I will show you my doona cover because I forgot to show you that. And whatever else happens through the day, I'll show you if I can manage to get it all right. Anyhow, see you soon. Well, where's my stop? Well, the laundry door is open and Ruby and Dakota are sitting at the screen door here, which is a double opening sliding door thingy. So the actual glass is open, but the screens are shut. The door in the laundry is right next door and that is open with no screen on there, shut. And they're sitting there and they started barking. Say, come and let me in. Lollipop, the old boy, he's 16. He has been inside and outside and inside and outside and they're still sitting there. They'll figure it out shortly, no doubt. Okay guys, sorry I forgot to show you my doona on our bed. Yes, I can say I don't mind it. As I say, I thought it was purple for some reason. I'd say maybe the blues looked a little bit purple in the photo. Or I saw numerous doonas and forgot which one I got. But yeah, I quite like it. It's not that I don't like it. It's nice and bright, although the colours aren't probably showing up at the moment. I've got sun coming through, as you can see. So yeah, that's my doona cover. Okay, just got in the car. We're taking this mama and her 2 babies to the vets to get checked, just to make sure everything is going well. Sound asleep in one of the beds. She was snoring. But of course, once I turn on the video to record her, she stops. Never mind. Not happy. This is my Apple Watch. I was just wearing it. I just came into the office to do some paperwork stuff for our business, and look at my watch. I have no idea what on earth has happened to it. I didn't bump it, I didn't do anything that I know of, but the top's come off. Well, let's hope my husband can fix it when he comes back. Anyhow, look at my desk quickly. Very, very quickly. Not staying on it. Oh, how messy. Well, you know you're busy when your desk looks like that. I'm going to have to make some time to get all of this paperwork in order, guys. I might bring you along for that, but at the moment I'm going to go into my op and get these invoices sent out. Dakota was just going mad at something and scratching at the window here. I had a look and there was a huge big lizard. I think it's a blue tongue. First I thought it was a snake. It's gone under the barbecue. I'm just going to make sure that laundry door is shut. And of course it's not. So let's see. Dakota. Dakota. You can see it in through there. Ah, there. Dakota, here. No, leave it. Come here. Inside. Inside. Dakota. Dakota. Inside. You can see it. I don't want it to hurt it. Ah, stay. Now that I know what it is. Stay. Ah, I'll put it inside and see if I can get it out. Move. My phone doesn't want to stop. Dakota! Okay, it was moving slowly. Back under there. I might have gone over there. I'll see if we can squeeze through there. Oh, here I am squealing at it. And there it is. But I want to show you. I'm too scared. Oh, there it goes. Look how big it is. Come on, let you go. I'm not going to be able to let the dog out until it runs away. Oh, goodness sakes. I'm walking around with this. Going. Hi everybody. Guess what we're making? Rissoles for dinner. It is, I can't tell you because as you will have seen earlier, something's happened with my watch. And my phone's videotaping, so can't see what the time is there either. I would imagine it must be about 2 o'clock, I think, in the afternoon. So we're going to get, oh gosh, it's hot. Let me take my shoes off. With my MS, I can't really control my body temperature very well. If I'm hot, everyone else is usually cold and vice versa. I usually only know I'm really hot if my husband notices I am, or if somebody touches me and says, whoa, you're hot. Am I? Really? I have no clue. So anyway, we have defrosted our mince. I've taken my shoes off so I'm not quite as hot. I've shut the blinds so the big glare's not coming through and that's all you kind of see. I hope I've managed to get rid of the blue tongue, and the cats did really well at the vets. All is fine, they're back now obviously, and I've just fed them and the dogs, so everybody's happy, so fingers crossed they leave me alone while we make our rissoles. Let me get the ingredients and then we'll get started. Okay guys, my hands are nice and clean. Let's get started. See if I've remembered to grab everything. Now, I don't measure anything when I do my bristles. It's just guess, pretty much. You know, I've done them so often, I guess that's why I don't have to worry about it. So just grabbing my mince, popping it in there, into the bowl. We'll crack an egg in with that also. Gosh, I am hot. And when I get hot, everything gets numb with, oh no, everything gets numb with my MS. So, and now of course I'm chatting away here. One of the dogs is going to, oh look, I've lost lots of eggs. Look, not eggs, egg shells, Melissa, get it right. Those of you who don't know, because my channel is called Lady of Huntingdon, my name is actually Melissa or Mel. So, there we go. One egg in there. So I like to use this little thing because I generally have problems holding knives and whatnot, which of course I forgot to get. Let's get that. Just need to cut that. And I'm just going to run it through this. Just because it's easier. Oh, told you it was hot. There's ants, or a ant. They come in when they're looking for water. Alrighty, so all I do is quarter it, and then I just pop it in here. My daughter brought me this a year or so ago for Christmas one year because she knew it would help me with my cutting and whatnot. So, excuse the noise for a sec. Done. Now, I'd still be cutting, wouldn't you? If you were dicing up an onion. Yes, okay, it's something else to wash, but I've got a dishwasher, so I don't care. Goes in there, and that is where it'll get washed. The same applies. Oh, now I'm going to start to cry because the onion must have been very strong. It's making my eyes water. All right, same thing with, ow, see, not very good with knives. Stinging eyes. I know there's tricks to it, but, you know, like wearing goggles, running it underwater and all those sorts of things, but I just like to get in there and get it done. Excuse the noise again. Again, done. You really put in whatever you like. I'm actually putting bacon in these ones because I just think it will be nice. Will be nice. You probably didn't hear that. Okay, there's our bacon, already pre-cut. Excuse my sniffing. Because I'm so hot, I'm going to sniff, aren't I? Okay, in that goes. Voila, done. Hands, I find, are the best thing for this, but I'm just going to put in a few more things first before my hands get a bit grotty. Oh, this is just pepper, lots and lots and lots and lots of pepper. Rube, stop. Ruby is a Maltese cross Shih Tzu, and she has always, she's been to the vet numerous times, she has always been one to want to pull some of her fur out of her tail. It's not her anal glands or anything like that. She doesn't have skin allergies, but I think she must have some slight allergy because she does it quite regularly. And so we're forever saying, Ruby, stop, because we don't want her to be bald, of course. And she stops generally when we tell her, but she might whinge like that for a second. But the vets seem to think it's just a habit that she's got herself into. So yeah, we try and stop that by just telling her to stop. So if you're wondering what I'm telling her to stop, that's what I'm trying to tell her to stop doing. Did I put... Yes. I was wondering whether or not I'd put in the breadcrumbs, but yes, I have. I can see them there. Because my hands are quite numb, I can't actually feel them in here, but I certainly can see them now that I've looked for them. When my husband makes rissoles, and he makes delicious rissoles, he actually puts jam in them, which gives it a really nice sweet flavour. But as you saw, I put barbecue sauce in this time. A lot of the time I'll put in strawberry jam or something like that. They're quite moist now. All right. What are you doing? This is little Mr. Dakota. So those of you who don't know, I'm married. We have 2 adult daughters. One is married with 2 little girls, Charlotte and Ariella. Charlotte is about to turn 8 and Ariella is 11 months old. And Jamie is pregnant again. So we shall have a 3rd grandbaby, we don't know if it's a little boy or a little girl, in June. So that's exciting. My youngest daughter has built her own house as she moved in about 6 months ago, and her boyfriend or partner has moved in there now also. So, and if you're wondering, yes, my son-in-law is wonderful and Maddie's partner is wonderful also. So the girls have done very well. I always told them, if you can't find somebody as decent or as good as your father, don't bother bringing them home. So that has happened. They have brought their partners home, and yes, they're lovely young men. Alrighty, so this is our rissoles done, and then I'll just roll them in some plain flour. Well, actually, I might not even roll them in plain flour because they're quite, as you can see, they've got quite a lot of, they're sticking together really quite well with the breadcrumbs. And then I'll pop them into the fridge until I'm ready to cook them. And whatever's left over, my husband will take them to work tomorrow in his lunch. We can make him hamburgers with them, or whatnot, or a rissole sandwich or something like that, or just rissoles and leftover veggies. And Maddie, she's our youngest daughter. She works in our business. You may have seen her yesterday coming in the house, ready for her first day back at work. They've been on Christmas break, obviously. And she was anxious to get back to work. Ben, not so much. His wife rang me, my eldest daughter, and said, Ben's not well. Had all this time to get sick over the Christmas break, and he chooses right before the day before going back to work to get sick. So he's got a bit of a cold, I think. So he'll struggle through, no doubt. Well, he was quite adamant that he was fine to go to work. So he's an adult, he can make that decision. So this is the last one, 2, 4. So we've made 6. 7. I can't count today. All right. So 2, 4, 6, 7. Oh my goodness. Don't you hate it when an adult can't count to 7? We keep getting to 6 and think we're done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 7 rissoles. All right, I'll stop you there so I can go and wash my hands. Okay, so let's pop these onto a plate, all 7 of them, and pop them into the fridge. And that'll help them firm up that little bit anyhow. Now I'm going to need to wash my hands again, aren't I? My goodness. I've got some paper towel here. Let me just grab some of that for a second. All right, let's cover those up with some cling wrap. Gosh, if my fingers want to let me get it out rather. I'm going to need to grab a drink, I'm certain. All right, so this rissole's done. Pop those into the fridge. Did you see them? How pretty they look. Beautiful. Oh gosh, there's not much room in my fridge. I'm going to put it, move those. Okay. Alright, I think I need to grab a drink while I'm here. You think I could have one of these, a cider? I think it's probably a bit too early for that, don't you? I'll be good. I'll have my solo that I opened this morning. Alright, let's get some potatoes cut up. I'll just do these in the air fryer. I haven't decided. Might do them in the air fryer or I will do them mashed. I think I'll do them in the air fryer. Just because it's hot. Well, I'm hot and I don't want... Rube, stop. See, there she goes again. Okay. Just going to leave the skin on them. We're just going to chop them into pieces. Should have grabbed a bowl for those, shouldn't I? No, I'm not. Oh, it won't matter. I can pop them into the steamer bucket. And if I decide I'm going to cook them in the T4, then I can. But I don't think so. I think I'll just do... It's not going to be hot if I do them in the T4, but... I think I'd rather them like crunchy wedge type things rather than mashed at the moment. No, for some reason I'm just not feeling the mashed potatoes. Do you have days like that when you just like, yep, no, don't want that? I think we all do. And the broccoli didn't come in the groceries. They must have been out. So we do have some frozen broccoli in the freezer. Or have a look and see what else we might have some peas. I think we'll just have some peas. Nice and easy. Then I've just got to cook the rissoles, and then the air fryer will be doing its thing with these. The microwave will be doing its thing with the what do you call it, the peas, because they are frozen. So that will do its thing there. So it will work out to be easier by the time dinner comes around. Now that's what I'm doing now. I'll do most things of a morning or an afternoon. I've done them a little bit later today because I went to the vets and whatnot. So my plan is to do all this sort of thing first up in the morning and then get on with the rest of my day doing work things, cattery things, and so forth and so on, all the rest of it. And yes, hopefully get on top of things. Wait until I show you my walk-in wardrobe. You will be beside yourself. Or you might think, oh, thank God, somebody else has got theirs like I have mine. I'll be really pleased if somebody says, hey, that looks like mine. I know somebody said my craft room reminded me of their spare room. Made me feel better because I'm not the only one with a messy room. Anyhow, other priorities in life. Let me get rid of this. Okay. There's no point, where am I looking? Every time I open this rotten thing up, when I've got it on a stand, I've got to look somewhere different because I've either got it facing that way or whatnot. This way. What was I saying? There's no point me getting the peas out at the moment because they're frozen. They won't take long to do. So everything is now prepared, ready for dinner tonight. What was I going to do? Unpack the dishwasher, pack the dishwasher, but look, I'm a bit hot. Yes, I'm a bit hot. Remind me, make a hair appointment. This rotten grey's got to go. Make a hair appointment. It's my brother's birthday today. I just remember random things every now and then, and I'm just going to tell you when I remember them. He is 7 years older than I am. It's just my brother and myself. So yes, his birthday today. So I will have a nice Ruby stop. Now she's wanting to play inside. I will have a nice drink for him this afternoon, tonight. I won't get to see him, so I'll certainly have a drink and send a photo of me having a drink for him. Rubes, where are you off to? Come on. She's heading down to the other end of the house. That means she's up to mischief. Ruby, come on, darling. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Now all three will come. Good girl. Would you like to go outside? Would you like to go outside? Oh, hey, I've just blocked you. That wasn't very good, now was it? Let's turn you around. You can go outside. I can't let you out at the moment, can I, because of that lizard. Why I'm looking down and you're seeing these spots on my floor, yes, we have no floor coverings. And if I haven't already told you, or if you're new and you haven't heard, we have built our house around us. So you come around here, we have cornices, and then we get to no cornices because our kitchen is not done. And the actual overhead cupboards are going right up to the ceiling. So there's no point putting cornices up there because the actual cupboards will go up there. This is all temporary until we get our kitchen done. Why, you ask? Am I living like this? I'm living like this, guys, because I don't have a mortgage. I have decided we can go and get a loan tomorrow if we want to. I'm not about to do that. If I can persevere and live like this, we've been building our house for about 8 years. It's been a while. So without floor coverings, this floor has been down for about 9 years. So it was painted white and it's been out in the weather because before we had our ceiling put on and our roof put on. These marks are all from where we drop coffee stains and things like that. I think that's an oil stain there from something my husband was doing. If you don't like seeing my floor and, you know, things unfinished, just think to yourself, you know, would you like to have no mortgage? Would you live this way just to have no mortgage and not be paying the bank interest? Well, I know I would. I'd do it again in a heartbeat. I know there's days that I get really, really pissed off and really annoyed. Like we don't have new furniture or anything like that at the moment because we will go and buy, oh, sorry, I tell a lie. This is new. However, I don't sit on it because when I'm trying to feel for these buttons, my stupid fingers won't feel them. So my husband sits there, the dogs generally sit there, and I sit at the table. And that's fine. You know, we have what we want to do, and this is Dakota. She likes to sit up here because she's our height, and this is where she gets her cuddles. So as soon as my husband comes home from work, she'll run and she'll jump up there and sit there. So if you're wondering why everything seems unfinished, that is why. As I say, ask yourself, would you live like this to have hundreds, if not thousands, thousands of dollars that wasn't going to the bank on your mortgage? You know, would you rather have that, or would you rather live in something that is comfortable, keeps you warm, has a roof over your head, have your animals that live the way you want, and not have that huge mortgage hanging over your head? And as we work for ourselves, we own a construction company. God forbid, if work dried up tomorrow, how would we pay for everything? We don't have loans, we don't have credit cards, we don't have a mortgage. This is why my house is unfinished, because we are doing it as we can either afford it or have the time. We don't have the time. Many, many years ago, it was the reverse. We couldn't afford it because we just moved down to Tassie. Our work here hadn't picked up. Then all of a sudden it picked up, and now we're booming. And we don't have the time. We have the money to finish it, but we don't have the time. So yeah, that's the way it goes. But yes, so if you see these marks on my floor and things like that, that's what it is. It's just wear and tear. It's from where it was painted white and when we had no ceiling. And now it's just, yeah, I'll take a cup of coffee and I'll spittle it everywhere along the way. Ruby, where are you going? Come on, darling. Come on. Christmas tree's down there. My husband said to me yesterday, why didn't you just leave it up? Probably should have. Ruby, down here. She knows the cats and the kittens are down in those rooms. Come on. I've got Bengals in one room and Burmans in another because they have babies. So they're in there so they can become very well socialised and I can keep an eye on them. But Miss Rubes knows they've just been fed also, so that's why she's heading down that way. I'll let her outside. Anyway, I'll come back and we'll do something else shortly. I can hear the helicopter, but I can't see it. It may have been water bombing just over here where the fires are. We're still on the alert list. No, it's not coming over this way. I'd say that's what it's doing. It's water bombing down a little bit further. Okay, we have the rissoles out of the fridge. We've got our oil on there in our cast iron skillet. What I'm going to do is gently pop those in. All 7 of them, not 6. Give them a wriggle to make sure they're not going to be sticking. Leave that plate there because I'll grab some paper towel. Just going to pop that on there for when they are cooked and we'll drain them off onto there. So over here, our air fryer is going and our potatoes are in there. Let me put you down for 1 second. And off it goes again. Take you for a walk over here. My husband has just got home. He's taken the excavator off the truck. And he is doing some gardening. This is gardening done well construction way. He hasn't even come up and said hi, because if he does, he will stay up here. So I knew he was going to do this for the next couple of nights. He's going to be jumping out of the truck. I'll show you his big truck. You see it? No, you can't see it. I can. No, I'll show you it in a sec. Anyhow, so he jumps straight off that, unloads the excavator off the truck, and then said he's going to get to work for a little bit, just getting some of this done for fire protection and so forth. So he's down there. He's a busy man. Love him to bits. Anyway, we'll let him go with that, and I'll see if I can. Rube's asleep on the lounge. Hello, baby. Show you his truck. His truck is right there. It's a Mack, an R model Mack. He absolutely loves it. He painted it, he did it up, he did everything to it. Certainly wasn't like that when we purchased it, but yeah, he gets so many comments on it because it's an older style truck, which is what he wanted. He loves the look of them. So anyway, that's what he's got. And yeah, so he's home from work, working again. Okay, back to our rissoles. The tongs are in the dishwasher. I'm hoping I don't need them. The only other ones I have are the big barbecue ones, or the really little ones which are useless. I think I may have even thrown those out. So they're not stuck on the bottom, which is great. I like to give them a wiggle around, as I said before, just to ensure they don't stick. You can see that middle one, it's obviously a little bit hotter. Well, these ones have got a little bit browner. I have turned it down now. It takes a little bit to actually get to the temperature, because it's a heavier skillet, and this is an older oven. We do have a brand new oven out in the in its box out in the garage, which will go in if I don't change my mind again when we get our new kitchen. I change my mind like the wind, so I very well may change my mind again on that. Our peas are in the jug, ready to go into the microwave. They don't need to go in there yet. And I'll just check our potatoes. Turn them down a smidge. Okay, we'll leave everything cooking. Everything's doing well. Let's have a look at what he's doing now. He's still gardening the done well construction way. I love machinery. Machinery and kitchen appliances are my favourite, or two of my favourite things. You can do so much with machinery. It's a bit difficult if you don't have it when you have property. Luckily, we make a living from ours and we get to use it on our property as well. Somebody's watching her dad. How's Dad doing, Dakota? How's your dad doing? You're in the country. These flies. Summertime. One thing I don't like are flies. Okay, that was all scrub, or our whole property was bush and scrub when we first bought it. But that's all grown up. And within a couple of minutes, he's managed to do that. We'll come back and have a, oh no, he's coming back to do something else. Let's have a look. So tell me guys, do you like machinery? And do you like gardening? If you've got machinery, is this the way you garden? Anyhow, we'll leave him to it for a minute. I need to go back and check on our results. Okay. Let's pop these out. Okay, that's all turned off. I'll get some foil and we will cover these little babies until we're ready to eat them. There we go. That can sit there in the heat of the oven whilst we finish everything else. Okay, time to check our potatoes. I have, where are we? Can I show you? I have put some oil, just some olive oil over the top of them. I can't really. So you can see how, can you see how they get nice and crispy on the top? I'll drizzle a little bit more oil over them. They go again. He's still going, as you can see. He's cleared a fair bit out, although it may be difficult for you all to see because you don't know what it was like prior, but you can see how quickly it gets done. So it'll be nice and clear very shortly. When I hear trees falling, I get excited. So I've got to come and see what he's done. I think he's knocked these ones here over completely by the looks of it. The only problem is when we get a pile of trees like this down here, yeah, it's a lot of cleaning up, but there's a lot of dry wood in there as well, so some of it's been down for a little while now. Maybe he's trying to get a stump out, I'd say. He doesn't like leaving those behind. Okay, let's go check dinner. Now Lollipop's on the lounge. having fun. It's always different working on your own property than it is working on somebody else's. You have in your mind, well, he has in his mind, I can't visualize things, so thank God he can. I don't know how many times he drew this house out on the dirt for me so I could actually walk through it, and I still couldn't see it. All I could see was lines on the actual ground, but this is what he's good at. So all my faith and my trust went in him to build me a house. I said, I don't care what it is, I don't want a box. So he built it so it's on an angle, like it sort of bends in the middle. So I like that idea. I said, I don't care what's inside it, just build me a house, and he has done that. He is shaping the land. I like little nooks and crannies in different places, and he's done that also in the areas that he's started. Although then I went and brought a fishing boat and I said, honey, here's another project. So for the last 18 months he's been doing that, which has taken time away from here, of course. So now it's time to get back to putting some hours back into our property, and this is what he's doing to start. Doing some clearing with all the bushfires and things like that here in Australia. It's a little frightening. We had one close by and we're still on the actual watch list, so starting to get things, although I mean we're pretty safe here. Oh, I shouldn't say that. He's done a great job of getting all the trees and whatnot down which are around our house, to ensure that if there was a bushfire or anything like that that went through, there's quite a distance between us and trees and things like that. Ambers, of course, are a different kettle of fish, but he did get up on the roof a week or so ago and clean out all the gutters. But yeah, there's always something to be done, regardless if you have acreage or whether you have a house block. There's always something to be done.